It started with a whisper, an innocent photo posted on Amara La Negra's Instagram, nothing unusual for the Afro-Latina queen known for her bold looks and unapologetic vibe. But what came next? No one saw it coming. Within hours, Princess Love? Yes, that Princess Love posted a cryptic story that set social media ablaze. You know exactly what you did? Stay away from married men? Fans went into a frenzy, comments exploded, and everyone started connecting the dots. Was she talking about Ray J? Was Amara involved in something deeper than we all thought? Then the leaks began. DMs surfaced. A video clip here, a blurred voice note there. Suddenly, it wasn't just rumors anymore. It was war. Insiders began whispering that Amara had gotten too close to someone in Princess Love's life, and the timing? Suspicious. Princess had just patched things up with Ray J. She was glowing, healing. And then this? The drama escalated fast. Friends started picking sides. Family members unfollowed each other overnight. Fans were divided, some defending Amara's independence, others accusing her of playing a dangerous game. But one thing was clear. This wasn't just internet beef. This was personal, and we have the whole twisted story right here. Stay tuned. Under the glow of the Miami nightlife, Amara La Negra was spotted arriving at an upscale rooftop lounge, alone, radiant, and dressed like a woman who had absolutely nothing to hide. But behind that fierce smile and confident walk, there was a storm brewing. Just hours before, Princess Love had unfollowed Amara on all social platforms. And in the world of reality TV and celebrity drama, that's not just a move, it's a declaration of war. Fans noticed immediately. The blogs picked it up within minutes. Screenshots circulated like wildfire. Something was definitely going down. Amara, who'd recently been posting cryptic captions like, "Sometimes silence speaks louder than words," suddenly found herself at the center of a whirlwind of speculation. Was she really involved with Ray J? Was this just another misunderstanding, blown out of proportion by the internet? Or was this the kind of betrayal that tears lives apart? Sources close to the scene claimed it started weeks ago at a charity gala in Beverly Hills. Ray J had arrived solo, but not for long. Amara, glowing in a red satin gown, was seen sharing a laugh with him at the open bar. Harmless? Maybe, but for Princess Love, who'd been trying to rebuild trust after years of messy headlines and public breakups, even the smallest misstep could feel like a knife to the chest. The drama didn't stop there. According to insiders, what happened next took things from suspicious to downright scandalous. Ray J and Amara were reportedly seen leaving the event together in the same black SUV. While neither of them posted anything from that night, fans were quick to pull up traffic cam footage showing the vehicle pulling into the valet of a nearby hotel. Again, was it innocent, a casual drop-off, or something more? The next morning, Princess posted a photo of herself with swollen eyes and the caption, "I should have listened the first time." The internet went into meltdown. Everyone had questions, but no one had answers. Ray J went silent. Amara posted a dance video, smiling like nothing had happened. And Princess? She started scrubbing her page of anything related to her marriage. Then came the voice note. Leaked by a friend of a friend, the audio was low quality but unmistakably real. Ray J's voice, calm but tense, saying, "I didn't plan for this to happen with her. It just did. And I didn't mean for you to find out this way." The second voice, believed to be Princess, was sobbing. "You brought her into our lives. You made me trust her." And with that, the narrative shifted. This wasn't just random flirtation. This was betrayal from inside the circle. Amara's camp denied everything. Her publicist issued a vague statement about fabricated rumors and internet drama. But the damage was done. Fans started digging deeper. Old footage from a Love and Hip Hop reunion episode resurfaced, showing Amara and Princess hugging, calling each other sisters. The betrayal hit harder now. People felt like they'd witnessed a real friendship crumble in real time. Princess wasn't done. A week later, she went live on Instagram. Her face was bare, her eyes tired, but her voice was steady. "I trusted her. I defended her when people called her fake. I let her around my kids, and she stabbed me in the back like I was nothing." The comments flooded in. Thousands of viewers tuned in as she continued. "This ain't about Ray anymore. This is about sisterhood, respect, and boundaries." As she wiped a tear from her cheek, someone off camera handed her a tissue. Fans speculated it was her mother. That moment, raw, unscripted, went viral. It was no longer just gossip. It was pain, playing out for millions to witness. Some fans criticized her for airing it out online. Others applauded her courage. Behind the scenes, Ray J was reportedly trying to do damage control. According to a family friend, he'd been reaching out to both women, trying to keep things from getting worse. But it was already too late. Princess had moved out of the Calabasas home. She'd taken the kids. And Amara, she posted a selfie with the caption, "Growth hurts, but staying stuck hurts more." Parties began forming. Celebrities weighed in. Tamar Braxton tweeted, "Loyalty matters, period." Erica Mena posted a cryptic message that read, "Not all smiles are genuine. Protect your energy." Even Cardi B dropped a subtle comment during a live saying, "That's why I keep my circle tight. Too many snakes in designer." As the tension mounted, more alleged screenshots emerged, this time showing late-night FaceTime calls between Amara and Ray J, stretching over an hour. The timestamp? During a week Princess had flown out of town for work. Fans were enraged. Accusations of emotional cheating turned into full-blown claims of an affair. But Amara stayed quiet. Not a word, not a denial, not a clapback. Just more curated selfies, motivational quotes, and a now-deleted tweet that read, "Funny how the truth hurts more than lies." Meanwhile, Princess started attending church again. Photos of her lighting candles, holding her children tight, and journaling appeared on her page. Fans rallied behind her, commenting things like, "You deserve better," and "He never deserved your heart." She began to glow differently, peaceful, yet powerful, as if she was rising from the ashes. But the silence from Amara couldn't last forever. One night, during a club appearance in Atlanta, someone in the crowd shouted, "Home wrecker!" Security quickly moved in, but Amara grabbed the mic and said, "You don't know my story. Don't let the blogs write my narrative." It was the first time she'd publicly acknowledged the situation, and the crowd went wild. Some cheered, others booed. It was chaos. Emotions ran high. The club's energy shifted instantly. And just like that, the story wasn't cooling off. It was about to explode. Because the next morning, another leak dropped. This time, a private message between Ray J and a friend where he allegedly wrote, "I wish I'd handled things differently. I really cared about both of them." What did that mean? Was he admitting guilt? Was there more to the story than either woman knew? And just as those questions began to pile up, a third voice entered the narrative. Someone fans never expected, and that's exactly where things started getting even messier. The unexpected third voice that no one saw coming. It wasn't another woman. It wasn't a friend trying to mediate. It was Ray J's own sister, Brandy, stepping into the fire. Known for keeping her family matters private, Brandy shocked everyone when she posted a series of messages that didn't name names but were clearly aimed at someone. One of the posts read, "If you know your actions could break a family, and you still do it. You're not misunderstood, you're messy." Fans immediately knew who she meant. Things took a sharp turn. Brandy, who had always had a close bond with Princess, was no longer staying neutral. Another post followed, "Loyalty isn't about who you've known the longest. It's about who never switched up." Fans began speculating that Brandy had receipts, maybe even proof of what really happened between Amara and Ray J. Her followers begged her to spill it, but she held her silence. Still, the damage was done. Her public stance only fueled the chaos. Meanwhile, Princess was slowly rebuilding. Her Instagram stories became more positive, quotes about healing, growth, and letting go. She even posted a video of her kids playing at a beach with the caption, "They're all that matters." Fans felt her pain, but they also saw her strength. They praised her for rising above the drama. But behind closed doors, things weren't as calm as they seemed. Sources claimed Princess had hired a private investigator, not to follow Ray J, but to verify how deep the connection between him and Amara really was. She wanted proof, not rumors. She wanted clarity. What she found left her reeling. Allegedly, the investigator discovered multiple instances where Amara and Ray J had checked into the same hotel, dined at the same places, and even shared an Uber on more than one occasion. Princess had the receipts now, and it was war. The tension boiled over during the filming of a new season of a popular reality show. Princess and Amara were both invited as surprise guests. Producers, of course, had no intention of keeping them separated. Drama equals ratings. When they finally came face to face in a dressing room hallway, cameras were rolling. The energy shifted immediately. Amara tried to smile, but Princess wasn't having it. "Don't," Princess said coldly. "Don't pretend like you don't know why I'm looking at you like this." Amara responded softly. "I didn't mean to hurt you. I never meant for this to happen." Princess stepped closer. "But it did. And you let it. You knew what I was going through. You knew I was trying to save my family." The room went silent except for the buzzing of camera equipment. Amara's eyes welled up. "I didn't think it would go this far," Princess snapped back. "No, you didn't think at all. Or maybe you did. Maybe you just didn't care." Before security could intervene, producers stepped in, hoping to de-escalate. But it was too late. The confrontation had been filmed, and word leaked within hours. Blogs exploded with headlines. Fans were divided once again. Some said Princess was right to confront her. Others said Amara looked genuinely remorseful. But no one denied it. The pain between them was real. That same night, a new video surfaced online. It was an old clip from a backstage event, months before the drama exploded. Amara and Ray J were seen laughing together, her hand briefly touching his chest. At the time, it seemed innocent. Now, fans watched it with new eyes. Every gesture felt loaded. Every laugh felt like a hidden betrayal. And then came the podcast episode. A celebrity blogger known for spilling tea claimed to have interviewed someone close to Ray J. The voice was disguised, but the story was chilling. "He never stopped loving Princess," the voice said, but he felt like she wasn't there for him emotionally. Amara listened. She made him feel seen. This angle hit hard. Suddenly the story wasn't just about betrayal. It was about emotional gaps, neglected needs, and blurred lines. It gave fans a new perspective, even if they didn't excuse the behavior. Some started asking, was this an affair or an emotional escape? The question echoed through comments, shares, and reaction videos across YouTube and TikTok. Still, for Princess, none of that mattered. Betrayal is betrayal. She posted a chilling quote the next day. "It's not about who's better, it's about who stayed loyal when they had every reason not to." In response, Amara finally broke her silence in a sit-down interview. She appeared calm, composed, but clearly shaken. "I didn't plan to be involved in anyone's situation," she said. "I was healing from my own wounds. I connected with someone on a human level. I didn't know it would be taken this far." The interviewer asked her directly, "Did you fall for Ray J?" Amara paused. "I don't know what to call it. Maybe I got caught up in something that felt good in the moment. But no, I didn't fall for him. I just needed someone. And he was there." The internet didn't take that answer well. Hashtags like "more stay away from married men" and "Amara exposed" started trending again. Fans weren't buying the "it just happened" excuse. They demanded accountability, and more importantly, they demanded an apology to Princess Ray J. For his part, stayed quiet. Completely. Not a post, not a story, not a comment. It was as if he vanished, letting the two women face the fire alone. And that silence, it spoke volumes. As the fallout continued, Princess received an outpouring of support from fellow celebs and fans alike. But she remained focused. She didn't attack, she didn't gloat. She simply posted, "Truth has a way of coming out. No need to scream it." The tension wasn't going anywhere, especially not after one final leak, a screenshot of a flight reservation. 2 tickets, Ray J and Amara, same destination, booked 3 weeks before the scandal broke. And now, fans were furious. This wasn't a misunderstanding. This was a pattern, a betrayal too deep to ignore. And with that final piece of evidence out in the world, everything began to unravel even faster. The leaked flight reservation was the final straw. It wasn't speculation anymore. It wasn't what if, or maybe they just ran into each other. It was a fact. Amara and Ray J had traveled together, privately, intentionally, and long before the world had caught wind of their so-called connection. The internet turned savage overnight. Comments flooded Amara's page, calling her everything from sisterhood slayer to the reason friendships end. Some fans even started digging into her old interviews, searching for clues, inconsistencies, anything that could confirm what many now believed. Amara had crossed a line she could never uncross. But it wasn't just the fans reacting. People from the industry started to pull away. Collaborations were quietly paused. Brands distanced themselves. Her management team went dark. Even a scheduled red carpet appearance was suddenly rescheduled due to unforeseen circumstances. Behind the scenes, Amara was reportedly devastated, not just because of the fallout, but because the one person who had pulled her into this storm was now nowhere to be found. Ray J had gone completely ghost. Princess, on the other hand, seemed to be stepping into her power. She booked a segment on a daytime talk show where she opened up, not just about the betrayal, but about the years of silent suffering she'd endured. "This didn't start with Amara," she said, her voice steady but emotional. "This was years of being lied to, years of trying to fix something that someone else was constantly breaking." The audience applauded. Some even cried with her. She spoke about trust, about raising kids in the middle of chaos, and about how sometimes the people closest to you hurt you the most. "Amara wasn't just a friend," she said. "She was someone I saw as family. That's what makes it hurt so much deeper." The hosts praised her strength. Fans called her interview raw, real, and everything women needed to hear. Overnight, the narrative shifted again. Princess wasn't just the victim, she became the voice for every woman who'd ever felt blindsided by betrayal. Amara tried to respond with grace. She posted a video of herself in tears, sitting in her living room, saying, "I never meant to hurt anyone. I'm human. I make mistakes, but I'm not a villain." The comments, however, were brutal. People weren't ready to forgive. Some even accused her of playing victim and using tears to escape accountability. And then came the most unexpected twist of all. Princess's cousin, someone who had always remained outside the spotlight, posted a video claiming she had screenshots that would destroy everything Amara's trying to cover up. The internet held its breath. The video didn't reveal the screenshots immediately, but it gave just enough detail to light the match. According to the cousin, Amara had been texting a third party, someone close to Ray J and Princess, with messages like, "He says he's leaving her soon, and they're only together for the kids." If true, it proved that Amara not only knew what she was doing, but was actively participating in the breakdown of a family, the cousin promised. To drop everything on her next live, thousands of people set reminders. When she finally went live, over 80,000 viewers tuned in. What they saw stunned them. Actual screenshots, no watermarks, real timestamps, and they weren't vague. One message from Amara read, "If he really loved her, he wouldn't be calling me at 2 a.m. talking about his feelings." Another said, "He's mine emotionally. She's just the label." The internet imploded. Fans could hardly believe what they were seeing. Hashtags like "Emotional cheater" and "Amara exposed again" trended for hours. Reaction videos went viral within minutes. And suddenly, it wasn't just about Princess's marriage. It was about ethics, integrity, sisterhood. Everything Amara had stood for, female empowerment, loyalty, unity, was now under attack. But the biggest blow came not from Princess, not from fans, and not even from the cousin. It came from a letter, handwritten, photographed, and posted to Princess's Instagram. It read, "You knew I was breaking. You knew I was holding it all together for the sake of my kids, and you looked me in the eye and called me sis. I hope the attention was worth it, because my trust in people, it's shattered forever. No caption, no hashtags, just that letter." And it was enough to make the internet fall completely silent. Even Amara's supporters, few as they were now, had no words. Because betrayal like that, it cuts too deep to be dressed up in filters and captions. Meanwhile, Ray J was finally spotted in public for the first time in weeks. Paparazzi caught him leaving a studio in Los Angeles. They bombarded him with questions, but he kept his head down and only said, "No comment." His silence didn't help his case. If anything, it made things worse. People accused him of being a coward, of hiding behind the women he hurt. But things were far from over. Amara's team leaked that she had been approached by a streaming service for an exclusive documentary-style special. The working title? The Truth Behind the Tears. Fans were outraged. They called it a cash grab, a distraction, a desperate move. But others were curious. What could she possibly say to explain all this? And while the world debated her next move, Princess focused on healing. She was seen attending therapy, walking her kids to school, laughing with friends again. Slowly, piece by piece, she was reclaiming her peace. But just when it felt like things were finally quieting down, another name entered the equation. Someone no one expected. A man connected to both women in a way that made the story twist into something even darker and even more personal. And the moment his name came up, everything that had happened so far started to look like just the beginning. Floyd. Not the boxer, not the celebrity, but Floyd Mayweather's cousin, a quiet industry insider named Dre, who had once dated Amara La Negra and, here's the twist, was also briefly linked to Princess Love in the early 2010s, long before Ray J ever proposed. He had always kept his name out of the mess, but suddenly an old video surfaced online. And in that video, Dre wasn't just a passerby, he was the bridge between both women and possibly the original firestarter in this entire chain of betrayal. The video, dated from a 2017 backstage event, showed Dre seated between Princess and Amara at a small after-party. Drinks were flowing, the mood was casual, but the body language? Not so casual. Princess had her hand on his shoulder. Amara was laughing, leaning in a bit too close. Fans, desperate for clues, slowed the footage down, analyzing every frame like it was a crime scene. Who was with who first? Who crossed the line? The timeline suddenly became foggy, and so did everyone's intentions. That clip reignited old rumors that Princess and Amara had been quietly competing for the same man back then, long before Ray J even entered the picture. It made fans wonder, was this recent drama just a continuation of a years-old silent feud between the two women? Was Ray J just the latest chapter in a much longer, deeper, more twisted rivalry? To add gasoline to the fire, Dre broke his silence with a cryptic tweet. Funny how history repeats itself. Y'all just don't know the half. The tweet went viral in seconds. Fans flooded his mentions with questions. Who hurt who first? Who was the real villain? But Dre never answered. He deleted the tweet within an hour, but the damage had already been done. Amara, already drowning in public opinion, was now painted as someone who had been competing with Princess Love for over a decade, whether she admitted it or not. Princess, meanwhile, used this revelation to reinforce her truth. She posted an old photo with Dre, arms wrapped around each other, with the caption, "I was never second. Not then, not now." The comments exploded. Fans went back to old Love and Hip. Hop episodes, old interviews, old Instagram stories, everything was recontextualized. What once looked like sisterly love between Amara and Princess now appeared laced with tension. Subtle jabs, cold smiles, compliment insults masked as support. People were now asking, were they ever really friends? But that wasn't the only. Bomb to drop? A new leak, this time from a production assistant on the reality show, revealed that during the filming of a reunion episode years ago, Amara had confided in someone off-camera. The assistant claimed she overheard Amara saying, "If I wanted him, I could take him. But I respect her too much for that." That one sentence, recorded in a forgotten moment, was now a dagger to the heart of Amara's credibility. If she had the thought, was it only a matter of time before she acted on it? Bloggers ran wild with the quote. Commentators said this wasn't just a betrayal, it was premeditated. And suddenly, Amara's silence, her tears, her "I didn't mean to hurt anyone" defense all began to feel hollow to the public. Even her most loyal fans began to fall quiet. Meanwhile, Princess was reclaiming her image in a powerful way. She appeared on the cover of a women's magazine, dressed in soft pink with her kids in her lap. The headline read, "Finding Peace After Betrayal." Inside the article, she didn't mention Amara's name once, but every quote was aimed at her. Real love is built on truth, not temptation, not timing, and certainly not convenience. It was a masterclass in public redemption. While Amara's team scrambled, Princess was thriving. But then, in a shocking twist of timing, Amara posted a series of Instagram stories from a hospital room. She was seen hooked to an IV, clearly emotional, with soft piano music playing in the background. She wrote, "Sometimes the strongest ones break the hardest." Fans were divided. Was this a genuine cry for help? Or another attempt to redirect sympathy? A few celebrities came to her defense. Tammy Rivera posted, "Don't kick a woman when she's down. None of y'all know the full story." Others weren't so kind. One reality star wrote, "Karma doesn't miss. Y'all always act surprised when it shows up." And then came the biggest twist yet. Audio leaked from a closed door. Mediation session between Ray J and Princess. No cameras, no crew, just raw conversation. Somehow the recording made its way to the press. In it, Ray J could be heard saying, "I was wrong, I was weak, but I wasn't in love with Amara. It was attention, validation, but it was never love." Princess's voice cracked as she replied, "You didn't have to love her to destroy me." The internet broke. People now saw the situation for what it really was. Not just a love triangle, but a man seeking comfort outside his home, a woman who opened the door, and another woman who paid the price. And in that moment, the outrage shifted. Fans began holding Ray J accountable. The heat on Amara lessened just a bit, not because she was forgiven, but because the bigger truth had finally surfaced. Ray J had played them both, but just when things felt like they couldn't possibly get any messier. One more twist emerged, a text thread. This time, between Ray J and his own mother. And what she said in those messages, it would change everything. Forever. And fans were about to see a whole new layer of betrayal. One that didn't just shake a marriage, but a family legacy. One that didn't come from a friend, a lover, or even a rival, but from within the family. Leaked text messages between Ray J and his own mother, Sonia Norwood, hit the internet like a lightning bolt. In the screenshots, which appeared to be authentic and time-stamped, Sonia was seen pleading with Ray J to stop whatever he was doing with Amara La Negra. One message read, "You're a father, you have a wife. Why are you dragging this family? Through mud for a fling?" In another, she wrote, "Amara is not your future. Princess is. You're going to regret this when it's too late." That last line hit hard. Fans, still recovering from the audio leak of Ray J admitting his emotional weakness, now had more insight. This wasn't just a secret affair, it was a full-blown family crisis, and his own mother had tried to stop it. The messages continued. In one, Ray J responded with, "I'm tired, Ma. I feel invisible at home." And in another, Amara listens, she understands. It wasn't supposed to go this far, but it had. It had gone way too far. And now his mother, always the quiet figure in the background, was now front and center trying to clean up the wreckage of her son's broken decisions. The public's reaction was swift. Fans who had once idolized the Norwood family dynamic were shaken. Sonia's name began trending. People praised her for trying to hold her son accountable. Others criticized her for letting it all go public, even though she hadn't been the one to leak it. But regardless of opinion, one thing was clear. This wasn't just gossip anymore. It was generational damage. Meanwhile, Amara had gone dark on social media. Not a post, not a story, not even a like. Her team released a brief statement saying she was taking time to focus on her mental and emotional well-being. But fans weren't convinced. Behind closed doors, sources claimed she was struggling, blindsided by the ferocity of the backlash, abandoned by the man at the center of it all, and unsure how to repair the damage to her career and reputation. Princess, however, was finding a new rhythm. She'd moved into her own home, secured a temporary custody agreement, and started filming a docuseries about rebuilding after betrayal. The title? Pieces of Princess. Her first teaser trailer included footage of her with her children, shots of her in therapy, and the now iconic line, "You can break me down, but I'll never let you break what I stand for." The internet rallied behind her again. Thousands of women shared their own stories of heartbreak and healing under her posts. The hashtag #Pieces of Princess exploded on TikTok. What started as a scandal had now become a movement. She wasn't just surviving, she was redefining herself. And then, right when it felt like things were finally settling, a final bombshell dropped. Amara was seen boarding a plane at LAX. And she wasn't alone. With her was a well-known Hollywood producer who had previously worked with Ray J on past projects. Blurry paparazzi photos captured them laughing, walking close, clearly comfortable. The internet speculated immediately. Was this a new chapter or a calculated move? Blogs posted headlines like "Amara rebounds with Ray J's business partner" and "She's not done shaking the table." Fans were once again torn. Was she moving on too fast? Was this real or revenge? No one had answers. But the message was clear. Amara wasn't staying quiet forever. A few days later, she reappeared online with a new post. A simple caption, "You only know half the story." The photo, her standing on a balcony, city lights behind her, chin raised high like a woman who had been dragged through the fire but was still standing. Comments were limited. Only a few were allowed to reply, but among those comments was a surprising one from Brandy. Brandy wrote, "The truth always comes out, and sometimes, so does the strength you didn't know you had." That comment went viral in minutes. Was it shade? Was it support? Or something deeper? Fans dissected every word. Was Brandy trying to extend an olive branch? Or was she subtly warning Amara that more truth was yet to come? And just when the buzz was reaching another high, Ray J posted a black screen. No caption, no music, just silence. And in that silence, fans read everything. Guilt, regret, maybe even the beginning of a public reckoning. But no one could say for sure, because silence in celebrity drama, it screams. Louder than any tweet, Princess followed it up with her own subtle jab. A video of her daughter painting with the soft voiceover, "Teach them what love looks like, not what pain leaves behind." It was poetic, it was pointed, and it reminded everyone that at the center of all this chaos were real lives, real children, real heartbreak. As the dust began to settle, the questions remained. Was Amara really a villain, or a woman caught in something bigger than herself? Did Ray J love either of them, or just himself? And could Princess truly rebuild now that everything was exposed? One thing was certain, this wasn't just a headline, it was a warning shot. A reminder that beneath the filters, the red carpets, and the glamorous lives, real emotions bleed, real hearts break, and the truth, it never stays hidden for long. So after all the leaked messages, emotional confrontations, and shocking betrayals, we're left with a storm of unanswered questions and shattered relationships. What began as a few cryptic posts turned into a full-blown scandal that exposed not just one affair, but an entire web of emotional manipulation, silent rivalries, and broken trust. Amara La Negra, once seen as a fierce voice of empowerment, is now fighting to reclaim her identity amid public backlash, and Princess Love, heartbroken, betrayed, and exhausted, has emerged as a symbol of strength for countless women who've been blindsided by the very people they trusted most. Ray J? Well, his silence speaks volumes. While two women picked up the shattered pieces of their reputations and lives, he disappeared into the shadows, leaving behind nothing but questions, regrets, and the haunting echo of his own mistakes. But this story isn't over. Will Amara ever address the full truth behind the messages? Will Ray J finally break his silence and take accountability? Can Princess truly move forward without ever getting closure? Or is there still more to be revealed? More screenshots, more secrets, more twists? One thing's for sure, this drama has changed the game. It's no longer just entertainment. It's a wake-up call about loyalty, boundaries, and the dangers of mixing personal pain with public fame. But now we want to hear from you. Do you believe Amara truly meant no harm? Should Princess forgive and forget? Or is some damage just permanent? And what about Ray J? Should he be held accountable? Or is he just a man caught in the middle of two strong women? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe for more explosive updates, and hit that notification bell so you never miss the next chapter in this wild story. Because trust us, in this world, nothing stays buried for long.